Okay, destruction of Moroni, Jerusalem, Mokum, and Onahah by water. Came across this just purely by chance. Was not looking for this. I was looking for something else. As I was doing Google searches, this article came up, and I said, well, okay, I'll go take a look at that. And I started looking at the article, and my wife Lori can attest to this. I got really excited after looking at this. So the description here is in 3rd Nephi. The cities Moroni, Onahah, Mokum, and Jerusalem were destroyed by water. So this is in 3rd Nephi 4:29 or LDS 9:4. And behold, that great city of Moroni have I caused to be sunk in the depths of the sea, and the inhabitants therefore to be drowned. Yea, and the city of Onahah, and the inhabitants thereof, and the city of Mokum, and the inhabitants thereof, and the city of Jerusalem, and the inhabitants thereof, and the waters have I caused to come up in the stead thereof. So these cities are located on the sea east coast. However, there are other cities located on the sea east coast, Lehi, Morianton, Omner, Gid, and Mulek, that were not destroyed by water. And so the question is, why are some destroyed by water and not others? So here's what it looks like on a picture. And I put little tsunami waves down here just to indicate these are where the cities were destroyed by water. But there are other cities along the coast here that were not destroyed by water. Question is, why? So we know that 3 of the cities were destroyed by waters coming up. Great. So what causes water to come up? Could it be a storm surge or a tsunami? That's really the only 2 choices you have that cause water to come up. So a storm surge along the coast in that area have been recorded at over 17 feet during hurricanes. Okay, that would certainly cover up cities along the coast. Problem with that is that winds were not described as part of the destructions for the water coming up. And so considering that King Limhi mentioned the east wind of destruction, you would think that if that was part of the destructions of the water coming up, that might be mentioned. It didn't. So storm surge also occurs over a large portion of the coast. You can't localize storm surge. Wherever the storm is, that's where the storm surge occurs. So storm surge can't be discounted, but it's not real consistent with the descriptions in the Book of Mormon. So that leaves us, let's take a look at tsunamis. They don't require any associated wind. And this is the study that I found. It was published in 2003. Nice scientific name, The Estimation of the Far-Field Tsunami Potential for the Caribbean Coast Based on Numerical Simulation. That's a wonderful thing to read right when you want to go to bed, right? And I don't know why I keyed off on a title like that, but it's like, well, okay, I'll take a look at it. So I located it in 2006. So this is after I had found and put all these places in a world location in 2004. So that's what I mentioned there. And the authors investigated the source of earthquakes, the shape of the seafloor in the Caribbean, and developed a model for predicting where tsunamis would occur. They did this because the countries in the Caribbean wanted to know, where do I need to put resources for potential tsunamis to help the people living along the coasts? And so that was why this study was done. This is from the study. They plotted where all of the earthquakes occur. And they occur all around the Caribbean, down here through Mesoamerica, across the top of South America, and across all the islands in the Caribbean, and a few smattering places, other places. Then they found all the records of historical tsunamis. And this is what they found. They found tsunamis in all the places where you can have earthquakes and across the northern part of Honduras, and they stopped right there. they could find no records of historical tsunamis along the Belize coast. And the reason for that, when they did through the numerical simulation and the depth of the ocean and where it focused in here and where the earthquakes occurred, and they essentially made earthquakes happen all around and figured out where tsunamis would occur. What they did was they found that there were certain safe areas that no matter where you start and no matter where you had an earthquake, these places would never have a tsunami. So a few places on the southern part of Cuba, a place here in South America. Oh, and oh, by the way, the coast of Belize, you can't have a tsunami. It just won't happen. So that was, I see a study like this that says we've got tsunamis where the Book of Mormon says they're tsunamis. And you're not going to have tsunamis where the Book of Mormon says we didn't record any tsunamis. I was excited.